Hello everyone, the passionate Piscator here. Currently, looks at clock, it's 2:39 in the morning and I'm going to be going fishing shortly for 2 days. Now, I am completely unequipped with my minimal gear that I have here in Bristol to go fishing for 2 days. This is bearing in mind but the next 2 days, the forecast has said it's going to be tipping it down with rain continuously and extraordinarily windy. I have no bivvy. I have no sleeping bag. I have nothing to sleep in or on, for that matter. I do have some food and I've got my bare minimum carp gear. Am I mad? I think I might be, but he who dares wins, as Del Boy says. Just sitting here thinking, is there anything I've got here, anything at all, which could make this weekend a little bit easier for me? And I don't think there is. Oh well. So, I'm waiting here for a certain somebody to come and pick me up. He's due at 3:25 a.m. I haven't slept, literally come from work, been pottering around with all my fishing gear. So I'm just going to stay awake for over 24 hours, I guess. As I say, unprepared. Anyway, let's see how it goes. So today, if you haven't guessed, I'm at Angler's Paradise. Not much of a paradise today, I must admit. The old liquid sunshine is falling pretty rapidly, and the wind, if you can hear me, because I'm this back, you probably won't be able to, because it'll just be a gale-force wind through the microphone as usual. The wind is horrendous. We've got 2 days of this, and this is a quiet day. This is the day when it's actually going to be the tamest. I'm on Fatboys Lake, one of the easiest lakes to catch fish from in the entire day ticket complex here at Angler's Paradise. The water is typically here very, very sort of pale brown in colour, and the fish, if I get any, are typically very, very white, almost like a ghost carp, but I think it's the colour of the water which makes them that way. Anyway, I set up the other side of this pagoda, my special guest today has just lost his hat walking around the corner. I'm here with the everyday angler who's just lost his hat, Mr. Aaron Chuck himself.
Hello.
It's not very much like paradise down at Angler's Paradise today. It's blowing a gale, and this is the slowest the wind is going to be blowing, and probably the driest it's going to be. It's absolutely tipping it down. I'm a bit loath to go out and put any bait on my rods, to be honest with you. So I'm in my day shelter because my bivvy is back in Basingstoke still, where I used to live. Now I live in Bristol, as I'm sure you know from watching other videos of mine, and I'm running on bare minimum gear, absolute minimum. The rain was already pouring in. Got to be absolutely mad. I haven't actually put a bait out yet. I've just been waiting for a lull, just a little lull, so I can put a PVA bag onto the hook and just chuck out. I'm going to be using mostly pellets because that's mostly all I have. But the fish here, they eat pretty much anything, so I think pellets will do them absolutely fine. Fishing one in the margins and one across the far side by the island, which is just over there. Lovely little island. It's actually, because of the wind, although the wind is horrendous, because of the wind, it's literally just a little chuck over. There's no effort involved because the wind just picks up the rig and flings it across the other side. The only thing I will have to worry is if it's a big gust, I don't get into one of these conifer trees over there. This is our little base camp. My guest today has just gone off to see if we can't bargain with one Mr. Zig Gregorek to get inside that pagoda I showed you earlier on, just because we want to keep all our stuff dry and we want to stay dry too. And playing back some of these videos, I've done several, you just cannot hear a thing with this wind, so it'd be nice to have a little bit of a safe space to have a bit of a chat when we're doing a video. My guest today has already caught a few fish. He's plonked a few wafters and boilies and things into the margins, and managed to winkle a few out, only small ones, a few little carp. So I haven't put mine out yet. Perhaps I will. Perhaps whilst he's away, I'll sneak a little bait out and see if I can't catch a carp and see how it comes out in the filming. In this weather, the camera's already struggling because there's a load of rain falling on the screen. Oh, you don't have to be mad to go fishing, but it certainly helps.
barbel in here.
There's one barbel in here. Carp Lake, everyone. Carp Lake.
Steve's barbel fishing on a carp lake.
Yeah. Nice little barbel. Well, I haven't had much luck today on the Fatboys, but it's a great little carp, this one. A barbel, just on a pellet in the margins. Absolutely crazy. Pretty pale because of the water. Yeah, happy with that, despite it not being a carp. How strange. Angler's paradise, everyone. You never know what you're going to catch, as Sig says. Very nice. There we go. So crazy. Oh, quite a big fish. Me. Oh, lovely white mirror. Oh, it's a bit of a misshapen tail. We'd maybe caught that one again. Even though I played him pretty hard. Big tubby fish, so pale. Almost like a ghosty, aren't they?
Got a bit of orange on him.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Just with his, almost like a bit of a koi flavour to him, but Angler's paradise, I suppose he could be. The water is so murky, you can't even see its head and it's only just there. Gone. Look how brown that water is. Lovely job. Finally getting some carp. Hooray! Oh, I didn't fall in. Fantastic. Carp. God, it's so windy.
See that?
What happened?
He landed and the fish was obviously right next to the reed. It was...
He just cast his rod out and he's almost knocked a carp on the head. There's so many feeding out there at the moment. Oh God, the wind's still howling anything like you wouldn't believe. But we, as you can see, I didn't mention earlier on, but as you can see, we've managed to secure ourselves a little bit of space in this pagoda. It was hammering it down earlier on and the wind was just going mad. My poor little shelter was not faring very well. In fact, Aaron's bivvy wasn't even faring very well. The winds were so strong. So we managed to get hold of Zig, bless him, and he's let us spend the nights in this nice little pagoda. We've got all our junk on the floor just chucked in because it was absolutely soaking and raining. We just chucked it in here. It's everywhere. But it'd be a nice place to spend the night, away from the wind and the rain. But yeah, it's all starting to kick off here all of a sudden. I've been fishless all morning. Now I've started caught a barbel, and I've caught a few little carp. Nothing huge yet. I've actually I had what was he, 8.5 pounds. That's not huge, but you know, it's been one of the bigger fish we've caught today. This is more of a runs water, and there are carp in here up to 30 pounds, according to Mr. Paul Tegg. Shout out to Mr. Teggy. So hopefully we'll snag something like that, or get something nearer to a 20. It'd be lovely, especially on such a horrible time. The rain has stopped at the moment, so that's probably why we're getting a lot more bites. Incidentally, on my hook I was using some catfish pellets, which I brew up ready for Angler's Paradise. We weren't sure whether we were going to go onto a catfish lake or not, but they were not catching any fish at all. So I stole a few of Aaron's baits, and they didn't really work for me either. He's got a much better system on his rigs than I have. So I was like, right, the water's really murky and cloudy. They're not really going to be feeding by sight, are they, these fish? Let's get some other stink on it. So I've been using, let me just reach down here, using some nice nice pellets, pre-drilled because I'm lazy, on some CMCR rigs, which Joe, who was an Angler's Paradise alumni, worker, amazing, just makes some of the best rigs you will ever buy. So check out CMCR on Facebook, and he will make some absolutely stunning rigs. I've got them on my rods, because why wouldn't I? I am rubbish at making rigs. I fully admit I buy all my rigs, so why not buy the best? That's what I say. And I've just been dipping it in this stinky old krill liquid glug, because I mean, it is absolutely rank. Whoever came up with this from bloody sticky bakes, I mean, they need seriously to look at their life, but not in that way, but if that's what they think smells great. But they obviously know their stuff. Nice stinky bait, and getting that out there. So ooh, so I'm going mad.
What's it doing over there? Bit of a head shaker. She's a cracker.
What a beauty.
Look.
It must be this big.
It's at least that big. Look at it. That net, I think you need a bigger net. You need a bigger net. Here we go. It's still windy, but the carp are still coming.
Again, look at the size of the tail on that. Put up a proper fight with this one, a real screamer. I'm absolutely shattered. I haven't slept since yesterday at 6 o'clock, and it's 6, 7 o'clock in the afternoon, evening. It's been a long old time. And I'm gonna pop this one back in the water, go and have something to eat, and have a little bit of a rest up, and see if I can't get a little bit of a kip. Anyway, beautiful fish. Mwah. Pop her back into Fatboys. Not such a fat boy, this one, but I'm sure she'll grow up to be one. Awesome.